Hello, this is Johnny. I'm going to show you how to create a picture that look like this for NeoGeoX, the handheld one. So you open up the notepad, the regular notepad. So this is for somebody that doesn't have any special, well, not somebody, but this is the easiest way to go around it because not everybody have the same software. And I'm going to create NeoGeo. I got roughly about 20 of them, or 22, that does not have the pictures, the double screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this one and from another paintbrush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create to look like this. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to go and make this longer, and I'm going to select all, and then from select all I'm going to do copy. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it. Okay, now it's going to be too big, so I'm going to shrink a little bit, center it, shrink it a little bit more, so that we have the little out white color thing right there. So I'm trying to shrink it exactly in this location. Alright, and now when I'm done, I'm going to copy and then paste it again, and then put it at the bottom like so. And this time I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to rotation and flip vertically. Okay, so now it's upside down, and then you save it. So you're going to save it in the same name as this one. So you're going to go File, Save As, and then just copy the name. Okay, and we're going to go File, Save As, and we're going to put it into this name, paste. Okay, and we're going to put it at this location, the single one. Or you could just click this. This is the one we're doing. We say save. Yes. Okay. See, this one is changed right here. So now I could close this one because you don't want to save it again because you just change it to double size. So that's pretty much how you do it on this thing. So let's do another one. File, Open, and let's choose this one. And we're going to go ahead and select all, and do copy, the little icon, and then we're going to come here and paste it. Okay, so we're going to swing that smaller. Okay, so we're going to copy and we're going to paste that. Drag it over here, and we're going to flip it vertically. Okay, and then we're going to take this file, or actually we're just going to File, Save As, and we're going to choose this one. This is the one we're working on. All right, we're going to save it on this name to save. Yes. Now that one's changed. All right, so we go to the next one. File, Open. Now, probably best is to do this. File, let's paste. paste. Okay, so we're going to do File, New. You want to save it? No. We're going to make this as small as possible. What I'm going to do is changing all this picture into the same size. So that way I do not have to copy, reduce the size. I could just paste it and move to the location I need. So I'm going to do paste right here. Okay. Now I'm going to do the view, and I'm going to view by pixel. Okay. So let's see, home, resize. Okay. When you say pixel, you know is 185 by 182. So you want to change all those pictures to that size. Okay. So what we're going to do is open up the DOS program, and I'll have this program in the description. Okay. So that you could do that through all your new game that you added to the NeoGeoX. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another folder for those three, so I won't accidentally change the size for those things. So I'm going to say done. Computer is hello. Okay, done. All right. So I'm going to move those three into this folder. Move. Okay. So those I'm going to keep those in this 185 by 182. So that way I could just copy and paste without have to adjust the size of it. So how do you do that? So what you do is you go to first you have to go to the location you are at. So the best way to go about it, you're in the F drive, you copy this, then you say you are already in F drive, so you could just CD space and then Control V to paste it, press enter, and now you're on that directory of that folder over here. And the command you want to type is this command right here. Okay, and you want to include all the file, so you're going to put star.png. Now this is the normal size of each of this, but now I'm going to change it to 185 to 182. So if you point to it, let me see if I could point to one of them and give you the size. Let me just open one real quick and show you what the size originally was. Normally if you point to it, it will give you a size, but here you go. You saw that? Now it's doing it. Stupid computer. And now that's not doing it again. There you go. See, it say 209 by 206. Okay? 209 by 206. And that's what this one said, 209 by 206. So we're going to change that to 185 by 182. So we're going to move the cursor over. Delete all this. I'm going to put 185 by 182. Okay, and we're going to do it on all the file here. Press enter. Okay, try again. Enter. There you go. I don't know why it didn't work. Okay. And then you wait till this thing finishes. So this is a command. I will have the link to download this program so you can install it. And then I will have the command, what you need to type to get this change. Okay. So once that change, let me go ahead and copy this. So that way you could just use that as an example that I just gave you. And let me put it on the resize. Okay. So to resize it, you're going to use this. In this command, you're going to create two PIC. Okay. So this one you're going to use it to create a two PIC, one on top and one at the bottom. Okay, save that, and then when I'll put that in the description. All right, so let's minimize this. Okay, and so I don't have to do the size no more, so I'll close that for now and minimize that. All right, so all the pictures now size has been changed. Okay, so you can see right there it say 185 by 182. So I'm going to go ahead and open this, edit, and I'm just going to select all and copy, and then just come here and I'm just going to paste it. And now I just drag it to exact in the middle. I don't have to shrink the size no more. And then I'll paste it again and I'll flip it upside down. Okay, so do rotation, flip vertical. Alright, so this one is done. So now I could say File, Save As, and I'm going to choose this the one I did. I want to replace that. Yes. Okay, so that one is done. Alright, we're going to do open another one. And we're going to select all, copy, and come over here and paste it. Put it right in the middle. So that make it easier where you don't have to resize it, you know, paste it again. And then we're going to flip it. There you go. And then we're going to save it. Save as to this one. Yes. Okay, so that one's changed. And so we continue on with the rest of this. So let me go ahead and do File, Open. Not open. This one. File, Open. This one. Select all, copy, paste. Okay, and then paste. And then we're going to flip it. Alright, so that one's done. And then we're going to save as to this file. Yes. Do it again. I opened the wrong one. Okay, so this one is changed. I mean, you could open just one of them like I just did a while ago. I didn't select the white, use the white paintbrush. But either way, you know, you could select all and then copy and then reopen another one. Well, it's easier, it's already open, so I don't have to open another one, just paste it. and then paste this one. And flip it. There you go. It's done. File, save as. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna go ahead and finish all this, and then I'm gonna zip it up and then put it on the Mega Drive, which gave me a 50 gigabyte free. So I'll upload this, and then this will be a 64 gigabyte. Roughly about 180 some game on here, but some of them are the duplicate, like a different version, national, like Asian in Japan, and then there's some of them are protocol game, and some of them are the. So you might have a game that have this, like for example, you might have a game that have the same name but a little bit different. I mean, same game but a little bit different in the little, description a little bit. So, and then the format had to be MVS. Okay, and this is the program that drives all this. So once I finish this, I'm gonna copy all this in here and then delete this folder. But if you need the NeoGeo to run correctly, you have to copy this folder called the draft folder. There's a little the NeoGeoX SDcard Reader that they're selling that come with 50 game. Those 50 game only work with non-hacked NeoGeo 3.7 firmware. So yeah, firmware. So if you patch it to a 4.5 and hack it, then you have to use this folder called DEFT. Okay, you need to have this, and later I'll show you physically what it looks like. You need to copy this into the game folder, and then you have to run a command, this command that we just did, because the picture that they gave you are not in the same size. Okay, so you have to copy this folder into the car. For example, you're gonna copy this folder, for example, and I'm gonna go ahead and point to that 4 gigabyte. See right here, 4 gigabyte that they gave you. You're gonna go inside this folder, example, and then you're gonna paste it in this folder. Okay, you're gonna paste it like this. All right, and all the picture in here are not in the correct size. So if you view the size thing, some might not look like they're the same size because this program will not show you, but I'll demonstrate what it looked like before I change it. So you have to change all this into the correct size, and the correct size you're going to use will be this one right here, and you have to change that to like so, like this. Wrong place. So that way all the file will be changed at the same, all at the same time. So you're gonna run that command so that way it will work. Okay. All right. So let me go to the NeoGeo card, and I'll show you what it looked like before I change it and then after I change it. Now, I also will include the physical name, because their game, their system here, they're all called game 42, 43, 44. So it's 50 game total. They gave you the picture. They gave you the FBA. You have to rename all the FBA to this format. So right here, this is the one that I changed. I changed the game name to different name, and then I put the NVS here. I wonder that I still have that default here. So what I did is I copied this over, change the FBA, just rename it. Just go to the DOS command right here and just type in, for example, like rename REN, and then rename everything that start with the FBA to NVS, because NeoGeo does not support FBA after it's hacked, so you need to rename it, and then that way this thing will work. Okay, so just FYI. Now, if you was to buy this and your system is not hacked and you have the customer firmware 3.7, then you're okay, you're good to go. But if you are not, then you have to rename it. You don't have. You could keep it a game name, like game 1, game 2. You could keep it like that. But to me, I prefer physically change it. So I'll also give you the list of what each of the game 1 is called, game 2 is called, game 3 is called on the description, so you guys would know exactly what it's supposed to be. I think I have it open right here. Let's see. Did I have it open? No, that's the NeoGeoX. That's the link that I was going to give you guys where to download the file. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and show you the physical what it look like. The NeoGeoX card that they're selling for, $21 to $25. I think $21 is pretty reasonable. I think, well, mine cost $25 also because of $3 shipping. I don't know why they charge. Anyway, $3 shipping. So roughly it's about $25, $26. But this one, at least it comes with 50 game. The one I bought before, it didn't come with any game. It's just an empty slot. Empty NeoGeoX Reader. Okay, that reader will not work inside your computer, by the way, just FYI. It only works on the NeoGeo because the last 2 pins is crisscross. Alright, so let me go back what I was doing. Alright, go back to this. And let me go back to NeoGeo 64GB. And inside, now this one I could delete because I already fixed everything already. So I could go ahead and delete that, because I have 20 games that I was having problem, and so now I fix it. So like I think is this one do not remove. Okay, this is part of NeoGeo. You want to open this one. Okay, this is the photo I was working on. All right, so I'm going to stop here on this computer recording, and we're going to go look at the physical stuff so you guys could see. And how do I stop this recording? Hello, this is Johnny. Today we're gonna go over this new card that I just received today, which is only a 4GB, and it came with 50 game. But the problem is that this game will not work on the NeoGeo because this NeoGeo is hacked. Okay, and this is my first original hack SD card. Just a random SD card they use, and they crisscross the pin, the last pin and this pin, they reverse the pin, so crisscross, and that's why the regular micro SD card you use it on a computer, copy it to here, and then you put it into this machine, and then it will work. Okay, and so I'm gonna demonstrate this real quick. What I have done while ago, I was showing you on the video on the computer what the picture that I changed. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. While that thing is booting up, let me open this one up real quick. The way you open this, I kind of like it. It's kind of nice, but at the same time, I didn't like the idea that this thing is fractal, meaning that you push it down and then this thing will lift up. Okay, and this thing is very, if you look at it close, it's very easy to break. Okay, so if you accidentally pull this thing will break, and then this thing will not work no more. Okay, so here's the 40 game that came with the system, and I'll show you. And this will not work on the hack SD. Only work with the original firmware, which is 3.7, which is the very now to make this go back, you have to push down and then push this metal backward. See, it doesn't work all the time, so you just have to like, and that's one thing I don't like about this this card reader, is it doesn't stay down. Okay, so I finally got it down. I have to push it down and then push this level up a little bit, so to keep it, the SD card down. Now this will not work. Okay, I'm going to show you that right after this. All right, sorry about that. And let me focus this real quick. When you first boot up, if it's a hack version, it will automatically show NeoGeo game card. Okay, if it's not hacked, it only show, no, it will still show that. It will still show that. Let me take that back. It will still show it. So you just press enter, press the A button, and here's all the one that I have went back and redid the image. I apologize, this is not a full version of everything because this is only a 64 gigabyte. So, and I put a lot of PlayStation game in here, so that tell you that what I did is I did put a full version of NeoGeo. Some of the game like Viewpoint did not work, I had to take it out. Digger Man did not work, I had to remove it. So I'll show you that. And the PlayStation, I have a shooting PlayStation and a fighting, all the fighting PlayStation I could find that fit, and the action, some action, not all action, and pinball game. I think I have all the pinball cover. Now, not all the game here are full version, meaning that you only have some game here, but not all the game is here. Okay, so just FYI. All right, this one I did not do the two image in the top and the bottom where I did on this one. So, and I forgot how I did that, where I faded out. I forgot how to do that, so I didn't. The new one that I created, it looked more like this. It's not faded out like those other one. Okay, so those are like this. Okay, and so going to the main one, PlayStation, not PlayStation, but so all the photo you need is all there. So if you know, you could put it on the bigger. I don't know if it support 128 gigabyte. I will have to try that later on, and I'll give you. I guess I will do another video on it to let you know. Well, actually, I'll put on the description, let you know if it work on 128 or not. I'll copy some file over and see if it works. So what I did is I went and create all this double-sided picture like they did over here, but they are faded out, so you actually see, you can see the picture at the bottom, but it's kind of faded out. So that, another word, meaning that you won't see clearly. It look like a mirror image at the bottom. Okay, so all the game is here, all the fighting game, all the NeoGeo game that work is all here. All right, and like I say, Viewpoint did not work, did not put it in here. Now there's a game called Sonic 2 and 3, and those games, when you play halfway, the sound will not work, so just FYI. And there's one game I cannot figure out how to get it working, but it does load. And also, just to let you know, there's some game that look exactly the same, but one is a United States version. This is a protocol. So yes, it's the same game, but this one is called prototype, and I don't know what's the difference, so I include both of them. So you have like roughly like 181 game in here. Okay, and which some of them are like a different version or a hack version or something of that nature. Okay, so this was done long time ago, like maybe 4 years ago. So I went and retouch up all the picture, make sure that you have double picture on the bottom and top. So if you look at it, see there's another image at the bottom. Okay, so enough that I went and zipped everything up. I put all the PlayStation in separate zip because PlayStation is so big. So I put those in a separate zip file, and then everything else I put it all together. So it will say NeoGeo 64 gig. Now I don't have to take this one out, but I'm gonna put the one that I did that actually I think it does work. I'm not sure. I need to double check. I'm not sure. but this one is the one that came with the system, and it will not work. So if put it face up, ooh, see that thing already automatically came out. See, that's one thing I do not like about this car. Even though it's cheaper, okay, it is cheaper, but the car doesn't stay down, and that's one thing I don't like. And the game only work for normal Neo Geo, and normally people who have this, they hack it. So why? And plus the newer version is a 5.0 firmware. It's not 3.7. 3.7 is the oldest one. So I don't know why they even include it, but it does see the pictures. But the game, it doesn't matter if you change the format from FB. It came with a format FBA, and then I renamed it to MVS. Okay, and MVS it did not work either. So I'm like, okay, so the game, okay, so now change that. You press A, it show all the picture, but the picture, as you go further down, they start to not be the same size. See that? I'm like, well, can you guys be consistent? It's like the picture become bigger and bigger, and some of them are good, some of them are ridiculous. The size is real big. Now they did include all the metal slot, which is good, as you can see, but there's no name on it, so there's no title on it. So metal slot 3, metal slot, and they're not in order too. And metal slot 5, so 5, can't even tell what this one is. 1, I believe, 3, 10, 2. So they're not in order the way it's supposed to be, but all the metal slot is in there. There's no special, it's just a regular normal metal slot. There's no metal slot 6 either. Okay, the one I have included does have metal slot 6. Okay, and most of the 95, 2000, 2001, King of Fighter 2002, and 2003, and then this one too. So it comes with a pretty nice game. Now I will put that in the description as well with all the games that come with it, so we don't have to go through all this, but just roughly just show you what happened. It just take you straight back out. Doesn't work. Okay, so I told the companies like, hey, your game does not work at all. So anyway, so what I did is I went and ooh, see that? So just FYI, if you're gonna buy this, just FYI, you know, this thing is not very good. It worked. I tested, I played some game with it. It worked, but the problem is it's very flimsy, meaning that fragile, easy to break, and doesn't stay down. The thing that snags, see that? It doesn't stay down, and it's not that great. And it pop up when I put it in. Now this one is the 8 gig one. I believe, I don't know, did I copy that folder? A while ago I showed you in a computer that I copied it over. And if you copy that folder called default over, the one that say Neo Geo without the X, I will include all the image and all the emulator, that all the emulators inside the folder called default. So you need to copy the one that say Neo Geo, and you copy the default over. Once you copy over into this folder, then, and I also created all this the folder itself, which have 2 pictures too. And so that folder, when you only have one, you're gonna have the same one repeated. Like, so if you go to the right, it's the same one. There's only one in there. Okay, so you press A. All right, and I also fixed the icons so they're all the same size. Okay, they're not that like the one I gave you with double side. There's only one picture in here. There's no double side, but at least they're all in the same size, so it look more neat, not all kind of messed up. All right, so let me see if I fixed that default. I'm not sure I copied this over on this machine, or maybe I did. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Good. I did it on the computer, but I don't remember I did it on this 8 gigabyte. Alright, so the game play well. To exit out, you hold this button. To exit out the menu, you get out, press B. To start the game, insert the coin, you press here and then start the button. So you insert the coin, press start, and then this 4 button is a standard 4 button. If you don't like the screen, you stretch out, you press the top, and it will be the regular box size. Okay, that's one thing neat about this. We include that, and the button does click. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Alright, to get out, press this button, select home, press A to get out, and to get out the main screen, you just press the B button. Okay, and that's the one that came with this this SD card. So if you want to make it work with the hack version, you have to rename the game folder to the MVS. Okay. And then you have to copy the default folder from this folder called NeoGeo. Inside there's a folder called default. Copy the whole folder into this card, otherwise it will not work. Okay, and I went and renamed all my games so I could see the name, what I'm playing. So I also include that in the description, so you know exactly game 1 is called what, game 2 is called what. I'll put that in the description. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate. I went and took the time and check everything, make sure everything is working. And not on this one, but this is just an extra information I throw at you, because I want to buy another reader just in case that this one broke or worn out because I used it so long. And so I bought this one. And this one is kind of nice. It's kind of clear covering it so it won't mess up. But then the top is like, see, it just pop open. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it worked, but it is crazy. It pop up by itself and it doesn't stay down. I'm worried when I put it in there, will it get stuck? You know, this is a 46 gig. It worked with a 46 gig as well, but I worry this thing will break, and or when I put it in, it will stay, you know, it stay open, and then I can't get it out, and then I'll be really big trouble. You know, I hope that would not be the case. But yeah, that could be that could happen. You put this in and you put it in and you push a little bit to keep it. Kind of, you have to play with this like up and down with it to keep it from. But then this thing will pop open. That's the problem. Yeah, the 64 gig will work on this as well. So you just make sure you format to FAT32, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so make sure you format FAT32 before you start the transferring data and everything. It will waste your time if you don't. Okay, and yeah, it does work with. I just moved the 64 gig over here. Yes, it does work. And let me show you what the other one look like. But yeah, this thing play PlayStation very well. You don't need to copy any bio over. It automatically will play it, so that's good. So this is all the Atari game. Atari have to end with ATARI. So it's kind of weird. So this one I kept it the same way that came with the hack the hack that I gave you. It does come with those games. So I left it the way it is. And then Capcom, all this Capcom game work, which is nice. You know, Capcom, you know, So all is Capcom here, and then the Famicom NES. I tried to put the one that is 260 in one. Those gaming here, so you have more than one game in one program. And then in Game Boy, here's all the Game Boy. I like Bonk, so I put. See, the Turbo 16 is not supported by NeoGeoX, so that's why I put Bonk in here, so I can at least play some Bonk game. Okay, press B, get out that. Press A, and he also played Game Boy Advance very well as well. So you got Final Fight, and you could also plug this to TV, and the video and sound is much better if you plug into an IPS screen, like the one back here that I have. Those IPS. This is a screen that I'm going to use to replace the, and then the little joystick I bought. You might wonder why I have this joystick. This joystick actually is pretty nice. I just bought this, and it clicked. Okay, and it's a very small size. What I was going to do is quickly changing subject. I'm going to put that screen over here, and then take this joystick out. And I have to solder this with take the old one out, unsolder it, and solder this into it, and then have this joystick in here, and it will click. Okay, and then the joystick will not be so wobbling. And then change the screen to IPS, so every direction look perfect color and screen. So then this will be one of the best arcade mini version that exists. So I bought this one. I'll do a separate video on this, and so just FYI, I will be doing a video on this very soon. So it's a perfect size for that. All right, then I'll talk to you later. Bye.